What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another installment of Hoggie's Beer Reviews, and today we have another classic American brew. This is, you can't make it out already, this is the Genessee Cream Ale from the Genesee Brewing Company in New York. Now, obviously we're outside again. It's another hot, muggy Florida summer afternoon, and we're drinking something light and refreshing. This is a regional favorite. This is an old school American beer. It's traditional. It's loved up and down the East Coast, especially the Upper East Coast. And I've been wanting to go through all the classic American beers. I did the PBR, I did the Schlitz. I'm trying to get my hands on the Schlitz Gusto, and a few others that I plan on doing. And this is one of those beers that I've never had, but I've always heard about, always been curious about. Because traditionally your old school American beers are lagers, and this is an ale. Granted, a lighter ale, but still an ale. So, I just wanted to get to this. Picked up a 12-pack of cans today. The 12-pack cost me like $7-8 bucks, so it's a good deal. It's an inexpensive beer from what I believe is still an independent American brewery. The Genesee Brewing Company also owns the Dundee line of beers, Dundee Ales and Lagers, the Dundee Honey Brown and all that. And they're in New York. And check in Beer Advocate, Genesee Brewing Company in New York. This is categorized as a cream ale at 5.2 alcohol by volume, and out of 322 reviews, it gets a C+, which isn't great, but it isn't bad. Again, it's a regional favorite. A lot of people love this beer. It's just an old school beer that I know a lot of people grew up on, and I want to see what it's like. So, I had to get it in the cans. It seems more traditional that way. But I break out my Blue Point Brewing Company glass, just because they're from New York, Long Island, so I figured it was fitting. Colors kind of match too. And let's just see what this cream ale is all about. I'll tell you, this is perfect weather. I'm taking advantage of a nice, sunny, clear day. It was rainy this weekend. Today's Monday, and it was raining all weekend, but today cleared up really nice. A few white clouds up there, and that's about it. Nice blue sky, and it's hot as hell. So, there we have it. Clear, golden color. Darker than straw, a little lighter than standard gold, I guess, but it's a nice, clear beer color. Lots of active carbonation. Kind of a soapy, fizzy head. Doesn't look bad. Lots of active carbonation. And it smells like an ale. It's got that buttery, malty character you'd expect almost out of an English pale ale. And yet there's a bit of a crispness that reminds me of a lager. So their slogan is, let me read the can here. It says, award-winning classic, flavor of a fine ale and the smoothness of a premium lager. They may be onto something. Now, nowhere could I find if they use adjuncts or not. I hope they don't. A lot of people consider these guys, Genesee, a macro, and even though they are a large brewery, and they're not exactly a craft brewery, I don't consider them a macro because they're not Bud, they're not Miller, they're not Coors, they're not pumping out adjunct lagers and just crappy beers to the masses. So, much like Yuengling, they're not great, but they're independent, and I give them their respect. So let's see what their flagship beer is all about. Okay. It's crisp like a lager. It has kind of a fizziness and a clean finish that is very lager-like. But you get that bready, buttery, malty note of a pale ale and the smoothness in body of a pale ale. It's a very good combination of the two elements. Yeah. There may be some hints of corn, some kind of grain in there, but it's not unappealing. It doesn't turn you off from it. It's smooth and it's easy to drink. And on a hot day like today, man, this is perfect. It is what it claims to be. A light, crisp, refreshing ale. For what it is, for something that is comparable to an adjunct lager and to a light beer, for what it is, I'd call this a glass full. It's tasty, it's refreshing, you know, it beats most of the other adjunct lager offerings in the category. I mean, the last time I bought a 12-pack of cans for cheap, it was Milwaukee's Best Premium, you know, their regular lager, not the ice, and that was crap compared to this. I'd rather drink this any day of the week, especially when it's this hot out here. Okay, that's it. Hands down, Genesee Cream Ale is a really good beer when you want something cheap, light, and refreshing. Great for a summer day, and great when you don't want to support the bastards at Bud, Miller, and Coors. I'll leave it at that. So, Genesee's Cream Ale. A surprise. I really didn't expect it to be this good. And I mean, it's not overwhelming. It's not an amazingly flavorful beer. But for a simple ale that you want to drink in a can when you're at the park, at the beach, or just, you know, picnic outside in the heat, it's perfect. If you close your eyes, you can almost imagine you're drinking an English pale. That's good stuff. So let me get out of here, man, because I'm sweating. It's hot. And I got more beer to drink. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more. And as always, cheers.